Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here on the Daily Damn Blog. And I'm back. I'm back from the halls of comics. That's right, I'm back from the halls of comic books, where I'm going to bring to you another exciting comic book review. Today I'm going to bring you The Mini Ghost of Dr. Graves from 1981, a number 69. Hey, it's one of my favorite numbers, and it's from the Charlton Comics Group. And in 1981, it was the dying days of the Charlton Comics Group. So they decided they were going to start reprinting some of their earlier comics from the 1960s. And when I didn't even look at the price, grabbed the Mini Ghost of Dr. Graves number 69, I thought I was getting one of them 60s comics. No, I'm getting a 1981 reprint. Dave, is that the good stuff? I'm thinking that's not the good stuff, right? So let's bust it open, let's get started, and let's tell some ghostly tales from this evil, goofy guy named Dr. Graves. Inside the front cover, you get this piece of crap. That's right, you could have took the protein shakes, you could have bought the book, you could have did the workout, you could have had the body of a Greek god. Yeah, I wished I'd ordered that one. Well, in our first story, this is Dr. Graves' first tale. Did anybody think Dr. Graves may be some type of Doctor Strange ripoff? 60s. Doctor Strange, Dr. Graves, well, whatever. But as I was saying before, this comic book originally came out back in 67, the 68 era. They're reprinting it in 1981, and it's a number 69. I love that number. Maybe I ought to fire off a text after I make this review and ask Chance Martell of the Nostalgic Pod Blast a question or two about this comic book. Like, I've just noticed that this comic book has serrated edges for the whole first story. And does that mean something? Is that a misprint? Is that an accident? Does that make this number 69, 1981 worth a lot more money? Let me know in the comments below if you happen to know. I've never seen one with this serrated edge for the first story, and I just don't know why it's like that. I don't think somebody done that with scissors. It looks too perfect. So I'm thinking it is more most likely happened in the factory. And if that makes it a factory defect, does that make it more valuable? My question to YouTube. As Dr. Graves arrives at the house of Sally Strutherland, I don't know her name. I should have looked up her name. Mary Slater. I don't know why I forgot that. I did know it at the beginning. Anyway, Dr. Graves, who I'll probably refer to for the rest of this video as Dr. Strange. Dr. Strange arrives at the house where a young Slater girl is accused of murdering her father. In a quick recount of the story by this goofy bastard, we learn that she was reading a book. She heard her father scream. He was brutally murdered. You don't want to see this. He was stabbed to death. And now, my own daughter, the sounds of her father's voice ring through the house. Dr. Strange, the paranormal expert, is brought in to save the day. And in full exciting panel here, you get to see Dr. Strange assure the girl he will get to the bottom of the mystery. Now Dr. Strange goes and wanders the grounds in search of clues. He's looking for a clue like Scooby-Doo he is. But then we get a commercial. And during that exciting moment of commercialism, we get a commercial. We get a commercial for solid 14-karat gold chains that were only $10 each. If you were lucky enough to buy this chain for $10. In 1981, you may now sell it for $177. So Info Panels brought to you by the Daily Dan Blog. Dr. Strange is on the case, boy. Dr. Strange climbs the rail of the house like Spider-Man as he hears, my daughter, echoing. He can hear it too, and he suspects it might not be a ghostly sound. As he climbs through the attic window, he finds a radio receiver. Yes, she killed me blares from the radio receiver as Dr. Strange suspects this is a hoax. He heard a knock. As he looks through a door, he finds a stairwell and he descends upward. Info panels brought to you by the Daily Damn Blog. A mystery comes to an end and Dr. Strange proves his worth. Dr. Strange follows the wires. That's right, he followed the clue to a small room in the attic. He sees a fat, bald figure sitting in a chair. He pushes open the door, but before he can react, the fat, bald figure attacks him and a brawl ensues. A brawl ensues, which Dr. Strange releases the magic power of flashlight upside the head. That's right. You can't go wrong with flashlight upside the head, as the butler is revealed to be the baker of the ghost stories and murderer of her father. Yeah, he was trying to cover it up, get the girl blamed. It's all in the explanation. The end. Crappy story featuring the blue-eyed Dr. Strange ripoff. Now in full creepy demonic panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan Blog. I give you The Girl in the Dream. The story of Bori, a sick magician from Las Vegas. Bori has multiple personality disorders. Bori is the most evilest thing of our times. Our story starts out with Bori having one of his evil dreams where the girl takes out a gun and shoots him in the head. God, what a great dream, as he cannot understand why this girl in the dream accuses him of stuff he says he did not do. But suddenly, Bori wakes in a sweat. So Bori wakes up the next morning in a cold sweat. He jumps in his car to make his appointment with Mr. Carlson. Mr. Carlson at the jewelry store. Gonna hire him for a party, he was, but Mr. Carlson was brutally stabbed to death during the night. What? It can't be. The girl in the dream said I did something. Oh my God, how can it be? Says Bori. Excitement like that calls for a cool commercial, and we get the greatest commercial of all time, where you could rub the Buddha for money. That's right. The story of a little fat guy who wants you to rub him and he will pay you. Was he Buddha named Epstein? Bori drives home in sadness, convincing himself the day was just a sad coincidence, and the dream a sad coincidence. It was at that point that Bori had another dream that night, a dream that will change his life forever. In the dream, the girl told him that you were the murderer. You deserve to die. You must pay. And you did it. But Bori says, no, I didn't do it. But the dream reveals to him, yes, you did. And the money you took from Carlson is under the bed, boy. It told him that. He wakes up. He can't believe it. He digs under the bed. And good Lord, he finds the money under the bed that he took from Carlson. Multiple personality disorder. Good Lord. Bori wakes up in another cold sweat. The money he has found has blown his mind. He can't believe it. He must investigate. So he goes back to the scene of the crime and starts asking a bunch of questions. He asks, why was he murdered, he says. Why? Why was Mr. Carlson murdered? They don't really know why he was murdered, but he was carrying a brown briefcase with a payroll. Wah, wah, wah. Now, this is a suspicious commercial that just showed up. Because after all that excitement we just had, we had to take a break and tell you how you could have got 5 grams of solid silver in a nugget for $9. And here's all the information. I really doubt this ripoff still exists, but it was probably fake silver or something. This just don't sound real, even though it was 1981. Or you could have hit the epitome of coolness and ordered this giant 8 3/4 square foot wall mural of the space shuttle. That's right. You could have moved into the future. This was way before Challenger, right? After doing his little investigation, Bori realizes that somehow, in some way, He has killed Carlson and took the money. Borey feels he is losing his mind. Borey says he will never be able to do magic in Las Vegas again. Yes, it's true. That night he has the final dream. The girl come to him again. The girl says that she's coming from the dark side to collect his evil magical soul. He wakes in a sweat and runs out the door. So in full panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog and Dr. Strange, we give you the sad demise of Borey, the Las Vegas magician. He runs into the night and jumps into his car and speeds away into a storm, deciding to get as far away from Las Vegas as he possibly could. It was at that point he saw the girl, the real-life embodiment of his nightmares, standing by the side of the road. He looked in there and on. It was at that moment that Borey smashed his car into a tree. And it was the end of Borey for a stranger who just happened to resemble somebody in his dreams. What a piece of crap! Well, that story was pretty bad. It was about as sad as a Las Vegas magician with multiple personality disorder, you know. One is good to you one day, your friend and your brother, and flips on you the next, you know, the average story. And here you could have had 100 ready to use mystic chance for money, power, and love. Everybody loved it when you could buy spells and witchcraft in comic books. That always helped me out. Or you could have had automatic mind command. That's right, you could have commanded others with your astonishing power, as this was ordered by Vince McMahon and Bill Cosby. So what do you think about this comic book so far? Do you call this the good stuff? Hey, I got a surprise for you guys. I finally sat down and redone my shout-out list. Look at it, isn't it beautiful? I can now shout out everybody. So let me get through this as fast as possible. A special shout out to Dave Sunstorm and his incredible brother, Steven Sunstorm, the Good Stuff Brothers here on YouTube. A special shout out to my partner in crime, Thresh Pondo Pons. You can see us every other Sunday. We hope you enjoyed our show Sunday with Hair Metal Revolution. Be sure to join us in 2 weeks when I suspect we'll be talking UFO movies with UFO Man Tim. You don't want to miss that. With me and my girl Sarah, our great producer. Hey, check out this, E. McGill. He has this book called Paradox. He's the unapologetic geek. You can find me there at 1 o'clock p.m. on Eastern as we discuss movies, music, and more. Hey, check out Big Bird Michigan Rob. That's right, the guy who wrote the cool books, True Cryptid Encounters, Book 1 and Book 2. I love them books. As well as BK on the Air, Big Guys 45's Brain Bender's Banner. Baby. You can see us there on Saturday night. I've said this, but my flock is ever for Sarah, the best producer in YouTube history, the unapologetic geek. It's time to Pug Bless Chance. Hey, we love that guy. I need to talk to him. Snarky, Snarting his sass. We love Snarky. Tony of the Dead. Moggs at the Mongolian Monster. UFO Man re-uploaded. Tim. BLB, Blue Line Bigfoot. Caucasian Sasquatch. Blue Line Bigfoot. Jake. BMR again, Bigfoot Michigan Rob, Gypsy Road, better known as Hair Metal Revolution Eric, Long Island Bigfoot, my friend Coldy, Shin Godzilla 1987, the Retro Nerd Girl Iron Dogger, and of course, the Life and Sad Endings channel. And of course, Tracy Roth Myers. Hey, I didn't forget you, Tracy. Now, in full panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog, we get the last story. And the last story is a perfect crime. So in A Perfect Crime, Dick, I swear his name's Dick. His name's Dick. Dick gonna learn how to do some astral projecting. Dick gonna astral project around town. Dick gonna astral project over to his boss's house. Dick gonna find out Dick gonna get fired astral projecting up into the boss's house. Oh, good Lord. Dick ain't having none of that. Dick goes all astral, ethereal, ghost-looking specter. Scares his boss so bad he has a heart attack and drops dead. Ain't that some kicker in the butt? Dick's all happy when he goes back to the house, but the devil's laughing at him. This ain't gonna work out good for you, Dick. That's right, Dick. Dick goes around and find out the boss is dead. What a bummer. Yeah, that ain't gonna work out good at all. Boo, Dick, the ghost of the boss. That's right. Don't he look like an old dried up ghost of Bory somewhere in the past, don't he? Anyway, this old dried up ghost of the boss tells him, hey, Dick, I'm gonna get you because you made me die with your astral projection crap and I figured you out. Boss is all threatening. Boss is all like gonna torment you on the dark side, boy. Dick say he ain't having none of that. He's got his smoking devil Buddha and he can astral project too. So he astral projects to try to find out where the cash is hid. You know, the boss's secret stash. And with that much excitement, we have to have a really cool commercial where you could have power lifted. That's right, you could have had giant junk by lifting all these weights and taking these steroids. Dick is so happy. Oh, when I wake up, I know where I'm headed. I found where the treasure is. I know how to get to it. Astral projection has saved my life, though. Astral projection don't always work out good. You see, because when you were astral projecting out of your body, dude, suddenly Dick wakes up in jail. That's right, because while Dick was astral projecting out of his body, the boss took over. Boy, the boss took over. The boss went downtown and confessed to murder. Oh, no, I scared him to death. No. It's so sad. Dick's going to spend the rest of his life in jail. And our sad tale ends with dried up old boss ghost tormenting Dick in jail for eternity. Evil, dried up magician revenge. And that's the last story from our host, Dr. Graves, a.k.a. Dr. Strange Ripoff. Then you got commercials for Grit, you know, the real crap of the world. Or you could have had all this authentic Nazi merchandise. Because I remember the cool days when you could have ordered German Nazi memorabilia right from your comic book in 1981. What the frick? Or you could have fought in the Great War and ordered ships and little men and tanks and subs and muscle snap fitness stuff from the back of the comic book. But they just wasted this. And wasted it even more, gee. So that's my look at the ghost of Dr. Graves, number 69 from 1981. What a great comic book. Did you like the comic book? I actually kind of liked the comic book. It has some pretty interesting stories. It wasn't a total piece of crap like I usually wind up looking at. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for me. And if I missed you in the shout-outs, let me know in the comments. And if I like you enough, I'll add you. Till next time, blog over.